The topic of this video is, should I buy this balun to use on my TV antenna? Should I buy this much more expensive balun to use on my TV antenna? Or should I just get a set of rabbit ears with a really cheap balun on it and use that on my TV antenna? Now, before we get into making measurements, let's jump upstairs and I'll show you what I have for an antenna. I seem to have landed in a tangent, but while I'm here walking around, I should perhaps suggest that if you want to see videos of ducks and your TV set is showing you videos of ducks, and you want to see videos of geese, and your TV set is showing you videos of geese, you really don't need to do anything further. Not going to get very scientific with what follows, but you may find it amusing or perhaps interesting. Meanwhile, up in the attic, holy mackerel, is it ever hot up here. I'm going to pan around and show you this antenna over here and that antenna over there, and hope you just sort of remember that, and then I'm going to climb down out of here. My TV reception situation is a bit unusual. Over there, there's a city with a lot of TV antenna transmitters right in that city, and that's where the first antenna I showed is pointed. Over that way is another city with several transmitters, and over that way is another city with more transmitters. Now, between them, I kind of get the same station several times, just on different frequencies, but I get a lot of stations here. The two signals get combined up there in the attic, and then by a very long circuitous route through cables and stuff, makes it way to here. The digital tuner box that I use has a feature where if you press the info button on the remote control twice, it will bring up a signal meter and also a display of what frequency this channel transmits on. People may not understand that the channel that is displayed on your TV is not necessarily the RF channel that is being used to send the signal. Instead, they encode into the signal what channel they would like displayed when you tune in that channel. Also, because of the way the digital encoding is done, several TV channels are in fact carried on the same frequency from the same transmitter. I only need to investigate the signal amplitude for each transmitter, not for each of the TV stations. I have no idea if this signal meter thing is calibrated in any way. It probably isn't, but I'm just going to assume that more percentage means there's more signal and less percentage means there's less signal. On this spreadsheet, I recorded the virtual channel number of the station. This is what it reports on the TV set. Then I recorded the actual RF channel and the frequency band over which these channels span. And then I recorded the signal as reported by the tuner box. And then I ran upstairs, swapped the cheap baluns for the much more expensive baluns. Then I came back downstairs and recorded the reported signal percentage from the tuner box. And then I made a final column where I subtracted the percentages. I think we can ignore the differences that are just 1. The displayed percentages bobble around by at least 1. The differences where we have a positive value is where the more expensive balun gave me more signal. Unfortunately, if you look at the numbers, there's also cases where the more expensive balun gave me less signal. Okay, so it's time for me to jump to some conclusions. There is no practical difference to me between the cheap balun and this much more expensive balun. When I scanned on the TV, I get 129 channels with this thing, and I get 129 channels with that thing. The reception is perfectly clear in both cases. I don't see any reason to be spending $10 on baluns when a $1 balun will do the job. Other people, however, may have other results.